What is up, everyone? I'm Michael Jones. This is Rayden Chronicles. It's my diary vlog, my therapeutic, self-therapeutic journey into the ether. Yeah, that's it. That's a good way to describe it. I am currently on the way back to the dentist in New Bern, North Carolina, so I can have my bottom denture readjusted. Last time I was coming up here, I had like super crazy dry mouth, which has gotten significantly better. Also, I had trouble swallowing. That's also gotten better, along with trying to be aware that I eat very fast and I rush through my food, my dinner or my breakfast or whatever. It's crazy because actually I'll be doing that and thinking like, dang, why am I eating so fast? Like you just swallowed 4 or 5 gulps of food, and like you didn't even chew it. Why? Like you just got new teeth. Like you should chew food. And then I noticed like, oh man, when you chew the food, it doesn't feel like it gets caught in your throat and stuff. Like it's happening with me. So, but I did hear from a compadre who's going through some dental surgery stuff, and he had like all his teeth pulled, and I guess he's in the middle before getting the final implants. He's getting like the the permanent implant things. So yeah, I see he's going through that. He said it was like $31,000, I think. But he said his swallowing and dry mouth, like he had all that too. He said it was crazy for like 4 months, which mine's been better. So I think mine was just something with inside the denture. It's weird because like anything in your mouth, if it's like this much difference, it seems like this much difference. So I had something up here in the front, like where your tongue kind of rests, and they had to grind that out. But once he did that, the swallowing got better. I don't know how he knew that was the spot to grind out. I don't know, but it worked. So, but we're heading down there now. There's a Hot Wheels car beside me. Yeah. So we're heading down to the dentist now. We're gonna see what they can do. So, as far as video work, if you don't know, I'm a videographer, run a video production business. Always struggling because I'm trying to get from 8 to 5 mindset, working for somebody else, to business mindset. Except for my wife, I don't have any business mind. I set people around. Like none of them. Everybody I got, so most of the people that are in my little circle are all on the struggle bus too. And trying to kind of do the same thing I am. I need to kind of get up a level with the people who want to move forward, really grow, really put this out, grow their business or their brand, maybe something they were doing themselves. Not people who are just satisfied. So I got to figure out what's going on. Definitely think my professionalism, my speaking, I'm even trying to do it now. Trying to get rid of that southern accent that I have. I think the southern accent, Vince McMahon, horrible guy, but he hated southern accents. Like he didn't like AJ Styles. He hated southern wrestling. So he just had a problem with anybody with a southern accent. And I tell you, look, we live in a world of labels and all that. You get caught up in them. And it's just a stereotype, I know every stereotype hates to be stereotyped. I'm sure I fit a stereotype, and I'm probably not half what it's supposed to be. Or even a quarter. But I get it. It's how the world works, Try not to do it. Try to make an effort not to get caught up in it. But they're stereotypes. So hold on. I am behind a semi truck throwing some rocks, and I just replaced this windshield in this car, and it was not cheap. So let me back up just a tad before another rock slings back and busts my windshield. All right, I think we're good. All right, so what were we talking about? Let me realign. I also have OCD. I went off on a wormhole because the windshield was so expensive. And I just want to make sure this truck is not throwing rocks back and cracking my windshield. The last time I cracked my windshield, I was just passing a truck at like 5 miles an hour. I thought somebody shot a gun at me. I was like, what? Okay, so back to business. We're talking about stereotypes. Where was I going with that? Maybe this is early stage dementia. I don't know. Maybe I'm just real OCD-ish. I am driving too, and I'm paying more attention to driving, so I'm kind of rambling while I'm driving. But now I'm gonna let my car drive. So we're talking about businesses. We're talking about being, stereotypical. I don't even know where I was going with that. Where was I going with that? You ever have thoughts just leave your head like that? Damn, let's see. I was talking about being a stereotype of person, but I was talking about being in a group of people and wanting more and having your business grow. But I can't remember the point I was trying to make. It'll be a terrible video. If you were on radio right now and you had like followers or listeners, you being me, I'd be panicking right now. But I'm just more bothered that I can't think of the point I was going to make with that, because it was going to be good. I think I was just talking about the clients I deal with, or the people I'm around, your crowd of people, being, stereotyped as people who don't want to, grow. Yeah, I don't know where I was going. I'm just bullshitting right now. This truck is going to screw me. Fuckers in trucks hate Teslas, and they do every and any maneuver they can to like cut you off, keep you from getting into a lane. I've never seen someone so obsessed with a Tesla more than people who hate them and think they're stupid. I've just never seen anything like it. Like if I hate something, or if I don't agree with it or I don't like it, I just typically try to keep it out of my life, and I don't even see it in the world. Well, I mean, there are a couple of things like, motorcycles and super loud cars. I hate those, and I have to hear them because they're, 3,000 decibels loud, and, they shake the foundation of your house. So you kind of can't help but see them, but other than that, I just try not. I don't even see it. It's like a blinder. I have it. I'm so glad this 18-wheeler cow truck is riding in the left-hand passing lane and refuses to get out of the way. Just absolutely refuses. He's just making sure he's staying in the left lane. Probably shouldn't be chewing this hard candy either. This damn truck. Oh, knowing you got some power, like in your hand, you just hit the gas and go, John. It drives you nuts when you can't get through the traffic because there's just traffic there. Because let's face it, you can't drive through cars. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. I knew the thought would come back to me. I got it. Took a second. So I just get preoccupied, and my mind starts going out like spiderweb wormholes. I was talking about stereotypical being Southern. That's what I was talking about. Good job. Damn it, it came back. I knew it would. So, as bad as I hate to say it, Vince McMahon and AJ Styles, had an issue. He didn't like AJ Styles because AJ sounds Southern. And I gotta say, as much as I love AJ Styles in WWE, when he does a promo, man, it just don't come off right. Like, I don't know what to say, but I do know that I understand what Vince McMahon was talking about. He's like, I don't like Southern talking people, So, I'm trying to be conscious. Because I tell you, I watch like Philip Ben's videos and stuff. And look, I refer to him all the time because he's like the goat around here. And he's the one that does the most of what I'm trying to do. Like, from what I see anyway. Like, I see his stuff. And I'm like, boom, that's my, that would be my competition in my head, even though I'm not half as good as he is. So, but I see his stuff, and I'm just like, that's my challenge. Like, because his stuff looks good, his stuff looks professional. And then sometimes I see my stuff, and I'm just like, man, I sound like a country bumpkin. And I still have the, I don't know, 90s rock band, 90s guy, now dad, kind of older thing with got the gray hair and the gray beard going on, and I guess I don't know how to turn that into a business look, It's like, listen, I didn't get blessed with the hair deal, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get blessed with the hair deal at all. Alright, I gotta go around this first. I didn't get blessed with the hair deal at all. My hair sucks. It's terrible. It's, you have to put gel in it, because if you don't, it'll just be dry and just stiff. I don't know how to explain it, but it would be a mess. So, I don't know what to do with it. It's just not a lot of styles you can wear. I'm not gonna wear like a combed down nerd look. I'm not gonna brush it back because I got like this Eddie Munster receded hairline. But I tell you, none of these people can drive. They're all hanging in the left lane, just blocking. They're getting beside each other in their cars, and they're just riding like this. And they're all going like 50 and a 55. And they're just riding like this, just beside each other. How does one not get an intuition in their brain to move over to the right? Like, you got to be a really special kind of stupid to ride on a 2-lane or 4-lane highway with meat in the middle. And then you're riding in the 2-lane part, and you're riding in the left-hand lane, but you're riding beside the car in the right-hand lane. And you do this for miles. That's a special kind of dangerous stupid. Really bad. It's really dangerous. Like, forget speeding, reckless driving. If a cop can follow a person 20 miles, like I've done here, and this car rides in the left-hand lane next to the car in the right-hand lane, they should take their license on the spot, and they should never be allowed to get the car again. Not drive it. They shouldn't be allowed to get in one. Not even an Uber. They should have to wear a thing around their neck, and when they get in the Uber, the guy should be like, oh, you're one of those guys? Get out. You're not allowed in my Uber car. God, I have a lot of driving anger. Actually, it's just a lot of stupid anger. That's what it is. Breathe. All right, I think I'm cool now. Except for this big pickup truck that's like on my ass right now. But I can't move because this stupid idiot in front of me that doesn't realize there's a fast and slow lane. Oh my God, he's putting on a signal. I think he may realize it. Folks, I think he actually sees a right-hand lane. I think he does. I think he sees it. We have made liftoff. We have passed the car and actually broke the speed limit. Wow. Wow, big moment. Big moment right here. Now we're about to hit the 70-mile-an-hour zone. These cars should run every bit of 62, 63 miles an hour in the 70 zone. So, all right, so this has been a sketchy, my talk today, but I don't really care because it's not for you, it's for me, and my kids. So, I gotta figure out some kind of thing with my look. I gotta business it up. I gotta change my clothes a little bit. I ain't trying to really change who I am. I'm just trying to get along in that clique, you know. I think I mentioned a couple days ago, you know, Philip Benz he's in a clique, whether he realizes it or not. His wedding's his high, and I ain't saying he didn't work to get there, but now he's in a clique, so his work's like self-evolving, like Dickerfoot used to be. The crowd started drawing the crowd, you know, like we drew a crowd, but then people who didn't even know us, they were just like, where are y'all going tonight? And people would say, we're going out to Maynard's, a club here in Seven Springs, to see Diggerfoot, place to be packed. And they were just like, all right, we don't care who the band is, you said it would be packed. So that's kind of what Philip's got going on. And that's good, that's where I got to get to, you know, that's where I got to go. Also too, I knew I wanted to talk about my son today. So my son, you know, he's in music. I was in music. Just an odd dynamic growing as a father, being 48 now, looking back, he's 23. He's 23. Tomorrow is his birthday, actually. Yeah, I was making sure I didn't miss his birthday. I knew it was coming up. So he's very hard-headed. He is like me to a T. I remember my father seeming very frustrated with me in my early 20s. Kind of quiet and slightly disappointed. But not disappointed, like he didn't let me know that. He didn't tell me like disappointed in you. He was always so proud of me. But just everything about his demeanor. I always got the sense, especially looking back, like, what was wrong? I wish I could go back and like knock on that time door. Be like, let me come in right here in this time zone. Walk in, be like, what was going on right here? What are you thinking here? That would be an awesome game. But yeah, my son is so rebellious. Because look, some things, entertaining a live crowd, knowing how to set up a show, knowing what to do in the music, know how to run a song themed show, a concert. I'd be damned, I don't think there's anybody better. I would challenge anybody. I can set up a concert that will blow your mind as far as picking songs, you know, in a cover band, what I'm saying. Or, you know, if somebody said, hey, this is whoever, Luke Combs, I need you to design it. Like, I could do that if I know the person. But myself mainly is what I'm saying. I could come up with a show. You know, I'm not a great singer. I was just a great performer and a great producer of the show. I could come up with stuff that people, you know, loved. But, man, he doesn't want to listen to anything I say. And it's to the point where it's almost like I do stuff for him, little things, you know, and I'll send him stuff. Like he had a little promo picture poster on Facebook that he was gonna, and he had it on Facebook to advertise his full band show in Greenville. And it looked like a 2-year-old had done it in MS Paint like 25 years ago. So I was like, well, he don't have time. He may not know how to take the logo background out. He don't know how to make it a PNG and put on. So I took a picture that me and him did a photo session a while back, and anyway, I made it. I noticed he didn't post it, so I wrote him. I said, you didn't like the poster I made you? And he was just like, no, man, I didn't like it. And he just went to picking it all apart. And it's almost to the point where it's like embarrassing. Like, he's got to know that him being contradictive of every single thing I say is so noticeable that I know. And he's got to be aware that I know. But I don't know if he does. So, it's just watching it happen as a 48-year-old father and seeing literally myself back then. I just want to smack him in the back of the head and just be like, boy, when you get 40, you're going to understand all this. But I understand also, too, him wanting to strive and be himself. But it just kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. Like, he's my son. He knows that I know what I'm talking about in music. So I don't know if he thinks people are going to think he's riding my coattail, or he's like, you know, working off me being like a little, you know, local, super local, you know, popular band. I don't know, but he just doesn't want any advice. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, if I put it up there and this word's capitalized, you know, he's capitalized, he'll, like, I don't like that because it's capitalized. But then, like, he is, and he's got a black logo in a box stuck up there like this, you know, no PNGs, the files aren't transparent, and there's no texture, there's no framing. He's just got like a logo up there. You know, I get it. 23, I probably wasn't doing the best ones back then either. You know, like, we learned stuff. So, but whew, it looked rough, and I thought I'd help him out. And then when I realized, like, all right, man, like, how can you not like every single aspect of what I done for you? Like, no picture, you don't like nothing, like, ever. Like, you don't like this picture, you don't like this. Like, do you understand this picture? Why I took this picture this way with this framing? Why I focused this out? Why I put you in a third of the framing so you could put text on it? He's just like, I don't like any of those photos. And I'm like, well, of course, you know, you were mad the whole time that we were doing the photo shoot. Like, when we went out, he was mad the whole time. He didn't want to pose for me. He didn't want to do anything. Which is another thing, going to the business thing now, about charging money. Because I have another client, I think I mentioned the other day, I used to do their website stuff. I'd done their headshots before. And, you know, when I go in, the feel after we go in and talk is just like, look, good Lord, these people who wanted to do headshots for me were like, you know, this much money, and I can't pay. Can you do these? So, you know, I'm like, all right, I know this person. Yeah, I mean, so your budget's this? Like, you were balking at this? So, yeah, I can hook you up with some pics, and here's what I'll do for that price. And then, a matter of fact, the first time I went down to that place, nobody knew I was coming. So I had charged all my batteries, all my camera equipment up, got all my tripods, all my lighting, all my batteries for my lighting. Got ready, took it down there, got there, started to bring it all in. Nobody knows anything. Half the people who were supposed to get headshots aren't even there. So I contact the person again. It's just oh, I'm sorry, I didn't blah, blah, blah. So we set it up again. I come down, still almost the same situation. They know I'm coming, but half the people was not there. So I'm like, what? But, you know, I'm charging down here. So my value to them is down here. They're just like, oh, the $250 guy? Oh, well, yeah, I forgot to say something to you about that. But the $5,000 headshot guy up here, which, you know, you have to pay for good quality stuff. Most of the people that I talk to are barely alive. They barely have any budget. Most, not everybody. They barely have a budget. They want their business to grow exponentially, like 4 times within 5 days. And they want me to make a video to do that for them. And if I can't, they're like, you must not be professional. But if I tell them, like, yeah, you want to do that? That's going to be about 10 grand. They're like, oh my God, yeah, I can't even believe you said that number in front of me. That's so terrible. You're such a horrible person that you were able to say that word of that price. And then, you know, after I do the work for them at a budget, I see something later where, like, they've got somebody to do, you know, their work, but I know they paid money for it. So, leading back to my son. Yeah, so if he had hired a photographer that he had to pay like $1,000 for an hour of the guy's work, he would have done everything that guy said. He would have never guessed. He would have never second guessed. He'd have never been like, I don't want to stand like that. I don't like my glasses on. I ain't going to be standing with my guitar like that. Well, I would never touch my guitar like that. I wouldn't hold my feet like that. I wouldn't wear the shirt like that. I don't like this fence. I don't like that door. This background looks stupid. I wouldn't be singing like that. Like he would have been like, what? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you want me to do it? Just like this? That's the difference. So all that being meshed into struggles with being a father, trying to understand, what to do and navigate that situation. And business, there was a lot of OCD just balled up. If you ever want to see a ball of OCD, I just put it up here on the screen for you. So all of that being said, I got to make sure I get my value up, my prices. I'm telling you, I think that works. I've tried it in the past. I just think I may have gone about it weird. But I'm telling you, it's like the band world. You get that $500 band bracket, it's really hard to get up to that $2,500 band bracket. So, and it takes time. But I got to do something to get out of this middle class echelon. I own my local business, but I'm struggling and I can't afford anything, to the upper echelon of like, I'm killing it. How do I show this so I can kill it better and bigger in more geographical locations and rule this industry? That's where I need to be at. I don't know how to get there. If you know how I can get there, you got the steps, put it down in the comments and talk to me. Hit me up in my DMs. I don't even know if YouTube has DMs really, but you know what I mean. You can talk to me in the comments or something. But anyway, all right, I've talked forever, and I got to go to the dentist. Sorry about that brain lapse I had in the middle of this, but I'm really not sorry because it's just me talking and the camera's just on. So be good, everybody. Peace out. Love y'all, mugs.